Welcome to Totally Absorbable Solid Implant, TASI, a biotech company. National Narcotic Crisis headline of thousands of addicted patients died of overdose is bad enough. The underlying statistic is even more disturbing. According to CDC NIH, 1 in 5 American adults is having chronic pain. The actual number is 25 to 50 million. At any given time, 8% of the adults have severe enough pain to affect life and work. By medical definition, everyday experience of pain for 6 months or more are chronic. Most of the chronic start with acute pain. For example, postoperative pain. The longer you have the pain, harder it is to get rid of it. Eventually, neuroplasticity solidifies. Patients experience pain even when there's no acute injury, which is almost impossible to cure. The socio-economic consequences are dire for those patients. Current treatment for acute and chronic pain are similar. By mouth medication of non-steroids or narcotic. If not working, then injection. There are huge unmet needs in both acute and chronic pain management. Especially there's no effective way to stop the progression from acute to chronic pain. Hello, I am Dr. Matthew Shaw, founder and CEO at TASI. In the past 10 years, practiced across towns in Indiana, I am a frontline witness of the narcotic crisis. My colleague, pain specialist, co-founder, and I envision a solid implant drug that can deliver more payload to the pain source, last longer, and with fewer side effects. Our patented technology calls for a membrane with medication strategically located and rolled into a cylinder, size fitting into an 18-gauge needle, shown in the picture on the right. The resulting multi-layer structure is the base for the extended release. With many laboratory trials, a lucky technical breakthrough was achieved. Our product, TASI-Bupivacaine implant, containing local anesthetic bupivacaine, was tested in the University of Maryland laboratory. We used a rat sciatic chronic pain model to test how long it takes for the animal to feel the heat sensation. Shown in the gray bar, the implanted animal has continuous sensory block for 7 days. This is an industrial first. More importantly, while the positive control animal exhibit an increased sensitization to a light touch stimuli due to chronic pain injury, the implant block this response. This is a revolutionary finding. 7 days continuous block with TASI implant might block the progression of acute pain to chronic pain. The immediate implication for this implant is acute and chronic pain market. Equally impressive is our implant containing chemo drug Doxorubicin shown in this mice breast cancer model in Purdue University. This implant can extended release chemo drug for 3 weeks, inhibited the tumor growth better than the intravenous injection. The implanted animal have better weight gain, less lung metastasis, less cardiotoxicity, and no detectable blood chemo drug. Another industrial first. The implication for this implant is prostate cancer. So far, with 2 different classes of drug, totally different liposolubility, we constructed 2 implant drugs with great efficacy and side effect profile to treat 2 different diseases using the same manufacture procedure. Thus demonstrated TASI can be a platform for license. All drugs can be reformulated with the TASI system for a second brand name drug status and indication.
My name is Bob Wallace and I'm CFO of TASI. We plan to prioritize development of a TASI-Bupivacaine for post-operative pain control market. You can see the implant placed in the wound just before complete suture closing. The implant will give 7 days of pain relief for most common surgical procedures, including hernia, abdominal, C-section, and other related surgeries. The potential to reduce narcotic usage, including opioids, and to stop some of the progress to chronic pain is even more valuable. TASI has clear competitive advantage over current standard treatment of injection infiltration of the wound, or our closest competitor, Pacira's Exparel, which is a liposomal formulation of bupivacaine. Bupivacaine direct wound injection lasts 4 to 6 hours and has side effects of nausea and dizziness and a small but lethal cardiovascular side effect. Exparel lasts 2 days but still has some side effects and is unlikely to get FDA approval for nerve infiltration due to granulation risk. The cost will be similar to Exparel for TASI, but TASI implant lasts 3 times longer with no side effects and has the advantage of minimizing the progression of acute to chronic pain. Bupivacaine's acute post-operative market in the U.S., including animal operations of 33 million and human surgeries of 11 billion, with compounded annual growth rate of 4.5%. The potential chronic pain market is even bigger, possibly reaching $100 billion in 4 years. The first revenue will be in year 2, which is $65,000, and it will lead to about $3 million in year 4. With the help of private and public investment, our 4-year projected financial growth will be driven by PET post-operative pain markets in 2 to 3 years and licensing income. Given the above-mentioned technology strength, the projected income is realistic. The chart indicates a pathway to FDA new drug application over the next 5 years. The initial investment is for continued animal post-operative studies, leading us to obtaining government NIH, NSF grants. There are multiple exit points when achieving these milestones. Another important area for TASI is to address the prostate cancer problem. The current primary treatments for prostate cancer are surgery and radiation, both having significant high rates of long-term side effects. Both processes can cost over $100,000 per patient, whereas TASI implant treatment will be only a few $1,000s, and the TASI process is similar to the current in-office techniques of biopsies and fiducial placement for radiation alignment. TASI implant has no side effects. Prostate cancer market for us is huge.